So use hashtag NFL to get your questions on the show. I'll try to read them. Tom will actually read them.
Yeah, I'll translate when Mitch struggles and skips 3 words and then misreads a different one.
All right, let's go to Ladybug McCoy here. Who makes the biggest leap this year, Josh Allen or Sam Darnold?
Great question, Aunt McCoy.
Get a picture.
For me, it's an argument of who is the better pure quarterback. I think Sam Darnold's better than Josh Allen, but I like Josh Allen's situation a lot more.
Much better situation.
So that's a tough one for me. I think you see both are better this year.
Do you really trust Adam Gase?
I don't.
What has Adam Gase ever done? The only time people are like, Adam Gase was great with the Broncos and Peyton Manning.
I don't trust Adam Gase. I also don't trust Josh Allen. But I think biggest leap on the field, I'm still going to go with Sam Darnold, but I think the Bills will be a better team.
Sam Darnold was better down the stretch, but also if you guys play fantasy, Josh Allen was number 2 quarterback, literally the last 5 games of the season. The rushing ability is interesting for him.
Yeah, when you rush for 60 yards each game, it helps.
Hey, who knows? Hey, Nathan Peterman had a 50-yard run. All right, let's go to Evan. What you got for me, homeboy? Any possible trades for Zeke?
There certainly are possible ones. I don't think the timing makes sense, though. Unless you're getting a RB back, I'll throw out Melvin Gordon. Some Cowboys fans have said Nick Chubb. Any of those out there. Unless you get a back in return, you're not going to get proper value. And I think the biggest problem is why you don't often see trades this time of the year unless for guys you're going to cut.
Yep.
Is because the market isn't there in the same way it's going to be in the offseason.
Yep.
If you had done this offseason, think about all the teams would have had interest. The Niners, the Jets, the Bears would have had interest. All kinds of teams would have had interest. Now, we drafted David Montgomery. We signed Lev Bell. We added Tevin Coleman. All of a sudden, your market dries up significantly. It's not quite the same. Thus, you get less value back. So, I am open to any and all trade talks. You know me. I like to play and pretend to be a GM. But trade talk and value is going to be a lot better in the offseason. If you want to trade Zeke, I say you call his bluff right now and chop him next offseason.
All right, you heard it from Tom, our host of the Cowboys Report. Let's go to John Freddy Krueger here. What kind of season for Andrew Luck? So Andrew Luck's dealing with a little bit of a calf injury. I'm personally not ultimately too worried about it.
Yeah, that's what I said about the shoulder. So I'm going to be a little bit more wary this time around.
39 touchdowns last year, 15 interceptions. They've added a lot of offensive weapons, and I can't believe I'm about to say Devin Funchess, but hey, Andrew Luck loves tight ends.
He does fit what Luck wants to do actually pretty well.
They've added they have a lot more offensive options there. Paris Campbell, I expect, pretty good things there for the Colts. So, what kind of season for Luck? If he plays all 16 games, I would not be shocked whatsoever if he's 4,800 yards and right around 35 to 40 touchdowns.
Yeah, he should have a good season if he plays all 16 games.
All right, let's go to Jacob Rivera. Who has a better rookie season, Devin White or Devin Bush?
They're both going to play very well, and we've seen first-year linebackers make a pretty big impact. I kind of like Devin Bush's fit with a better Steelers defense overall. I think he sets up pretty well. And that first preseason game, damn, he was good. He looked really good, so I'm actually going to go with Devin Bush here. Those guys were they had the same grade for me at inside linebacker. They both had top 10 grades for me coming out.
Fair enough. Tom loves himself some Bush. So, what are your best jokes about Tom's hair? So, for those of you who are watching us here, let's get some of those comments rolling in here. Tom's got red hair. You can tell him why.
Oh, yeah.
That's your cue.
Because, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading a comment there. Simple, really. I was very convinced that the Cardinals were going to be smart and not draft Kyler Murray. And then they drafted Kyler Murray. So the punishment was, because there has to be punishments when you are wrong, that I would dye my hair red. And here we go. The beard is red. It's now bleeding onto my shirt. It's not great. That's going to be a problem to have it come out later on tonight. It's over my hands.
Kyler says Zaza
I'm a little bit high, to be
Tom's
honest, because I sprayed it all over, and it's an aerosol spray. So I feel kind of weird.
I mean, you definitely look weird.
It looks bad. Also, best part is, I didn't tell my wife I was doing this, so I'm just going to walk in with red hair everywhere. It's great. Can't wait.
Red hair, don't care. My question is it below the belt? Let's go to Brad Noble. Tom looks like a human stop sign. As in,
it's not bad.
Stop that man on the street, make sure he doesn't have something strapped to his chest.
Yeah, that's fair.
You look dangerous, Tom.
Some other good ones in there. I'll quickly read off. Matt S. says it wants to know if I'm interviewing for a Ronald McDonald job. It's a good one. Someone said I'm doing my best Cooper Rush impersonation.
Carrot Top is another solid redhead there.
Someone asked if the carpets match the drapes. No.
Yes. Tom, when did you become Cooper Rush?
Yeah. There you go.
Connor Grace.
It does look a little bit like Cooper Rush. His is a less vibrant red, but yes.
I could not agree more with you. All right, let's go to Perez here, my guy, using hashtag NFL. And if you guys want to get your questions on the show, do it just like Isaac Perez. Is that how you pronounce it? Will Nick Bosa have a better rookie season than his brother did in 2014?
Basically, you're asking if the younger Bosa is going to have 10.5 sacks and 17 tackles for loss.
I would say
in 12 games.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with no.
Yeah.
Even though he's good, I think he'll have a good year, but he also has his own injury problem.
Yep.
I'm going to go with no.
I'm going to go with no as well, and I would be a little bit more worried whether or not this kid's even on the field. Let's go to Tanner Mullins, Andrew Luck fan there. Who are the biggest fantasy sleepers this year?
Mr. Fantasy?
Mr. Fantasy. I think you want to go super deep sleeper. I think the tight end for the Raiders is interesting.
Darren Waller.
Waller's an interesting pick.
That's fine. I don't mind that one.
At wide receiver, I've been floating around. Robbie Anderson is a very interesting player for me, a top 10 wide receiver over the last 4 games of last season. You got any off the top of your head?
Yeah, how about Curtis Samuel?
There's been a lot of really good reports out of Carolina.
I've heard very good things about Curtis Samuel. He is available in most of my 10-team mocks that I do, like in round 10 and in round 9. And I don't think he's going to be there in the end, but that's where I would like to snag him.
All right. Well, hey, if you guys want more sleepers, I'll try to do a little bit better job coming off some on the top of my head. Nothing's coming to mind right now. All right, let's go to H.
How about Latavius Murray?
Hey, Latavius Murray is an interesting pick. I mean, considering what the Saints have done on offense, and now you insert Latavius Murray.
Get the ball.
The running back for the Chargers.
Matt Breida.
Draft both of them. Tevin Coleman, I don't know if you could really consider him a sleeper, but all right, we'll get to this question. Who has a better ceiling, Montez Sweat or Brian Burns? Tom, you're the NFL draft expert. So Montez Sweat was a really interesting player out of Mississippi State, pretty long, lanky, really did well at the Senior Bowl. And then Brian Burns, I know you were high on him coming out of Florida State.
They both have really good ceilings, like number 1 edge rusher ceiling. Obviously, Sweat dropped because of the medical concern there. He was number 10 on my board this year. He was a first-round pick. I had Brian Burns, though, 7 on my board, and I had him in the top 5. He was like in that range, too. So I love Brian Burns' ceiling. I think he's going to be special.
Going to be special?
So I'm going to go with Burns there. He is, both of those guys, by the way, are great fits on their current team. They fit with what those teams want to do.
This looks like you have
Burns. Yeah, Burns everywhere. Yeah.
And we got a deal that's going to burn a hole in your pocket.
No, because you're going to make money.
Because you're going to make money.
Terrible read.
MyBookie, chatsports.com/MyBookie. Use our promo code ChatNFL. I tried to come up with some off the top of my head, Tom. I'm sorry that I couldn't do it.
It was bad, yes.
All right, use our promo code ChatNFL for 100% deposit bonus, $300.
I already made some money on the preseason game. That's how I paid for this new hairdo, and how I'm going to pay to fix it.
What'd you bet? You bet on 12 games. How many did you win?
7 of them.
And you still made money?
Yeah, because 7 and 5 is winning.
I'm just making sure that you still made money. Plus, we're going to give you some extra money when you sign up. So win some money, dye your hair red is basically what we were saying. Go to MyBookie, chatsports.com/MyBookie. All right, let's go to Dwayne Carter here. Over or under Mahomes 40 touchdowns?
Under.
Under.
He throws 38 this year.
So the last time a quarterback...
Which is still awesome.
So the last time a quarterback threw for over 50 touchdowns was Peyton Manning. He threw for 55. The next year, Peyton threw for 39. In fact, there's never been an NFL quarterback ever to throw for 45 touchdowns in back-to-back seasons. Never has happened before. I think the last closest was, I think it was Drew Brees, threw for 46, and the next year he threw for like 43. Doing what Patrick Mahomes did last year is very, very difficult to do. 38 touchdowns is still an incredible year, but the NFL is getting a little bit more soft, Tom.
Okay.
I'm actually going to take 40 even because when I did my projections for him, it came out to 40 flat. Okay. So I'm going to take, I'm not taking the over or the under, but, hey, what do you guys think? Throw it in the comments section. We'll give out some answers. Hey, yo!
Nice.
Technically, you
nailed
had
it.
A picture.
You nailed it. So
Thank
good
you.
job.
Who should sign Eric Berry? No one.
Well, I will take this as if he checks out medically, teams like the Browns and the Cowboys should call him.
Yep.
I don't know if he's going to check out medically.
The guy's played in 3 games the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I love Eric Berry.
That heel ain't right, guys. And
I love Eric Berry. He's a battler. He's a fighter. He's done a lot for the NFL, done a lot for the Chiefs. Sometimes you just got to look at a player and say, maybe it's time to hang it up. So,
and I think with that foot being and the heel being an issue, he probably has to play closer to the box. And which he can do. He's fine in that role, but he's not going to be the same, I'm covering all this ground, being a top 5 safety. Like, if that's your expectation for Eric Berry, go ahead and lower it. But I think if he's healthy, he can still be a starting guy for you, but you need to have depth. Because I don't think he's going to play all 16 games. Like, how can you trust that?
I don't even know if he would play 10 games. I would probably actually take the under if he'd play under 10 games. So, hey, yo, it's a good question. So let's go to Moose Kamal.
There you go.
Will Golden Tate appeal his suspension?
Well, he is.
I was going to say, but
he's not going to win.
Yeah, he's going to get 4.
Like the NFL, the PED policy is very, very strict. Ignorance is not an excuse. That, unfortunately, is the reality here for Golden Tate. Yeah, like, he kind of got the short end of the stick there. But thinking from the NFL side, well, what's to stop other people from just complaining and saying, well, I did the same thing Golden Tate did, and just lying about it.
Yeah.
You've no evidence to prove that. So that's why it's so stringent. So he's going to appeal, but he's not going to win. Just a tough break in the end for Golden Tate.
Tough break for Golden Tate. Now we're going to get ready to wrap up the show here. So we're going to ask you this question. Shout out your favorite NFL team. Raiders.
Cowboys. I'm not paying attention today, guys. Sorry.
Shout out your favorite NFL team in the comments section. So for everyone who's watching on YouTube and on Facebook, continue to shout out your NFL teams. And let's get to 150K subscribers on Chat Sports. We were voted by Chat Sports employees the most interactive sports YouTube channel, currently at 132,000. We're trying to get to 150K. So make sure you guys subscribe at youtube.com/chatsportstv. Click that big red button. And Tom and I, we're heading out.